Hey everyone, what's up? I'll be talking about the movie King Kong vs. Godzilla. Before I get a little personal with it, I'm gonna like fast forward this part and save that part after I finish talking about this movie, because I don't want the drama to escalate, you know. So let's get to the point. King Kong vs. Godzilla. I think this was the third movie after the when Godzilla fought Battleground, if I'm corrected. Was it actually had the collection raised? I think it was Godzilla raised again. And I think everybody loves two epic monsters going at it. Who doesn't? I mean, like, versus battle, you know. We have a big name like King Kong, a big name like Godzilla. What the hell, you know? But let me clarify something. This is Japanese King Kong, not American King Kong. Okay? And so let's rephrase that. Okay, and I'll get personal later. Um, King Kong, you got this guy. Movie starts off with this guy who owns like a pharmaceutical company, and he wants ratings. The show that I guess his pharmaceutical company sponsors having low ratings. He found out there's some kind of monster on the island. He sent two of his workers to go to the island, find out what's going on with this island. If there's a monster over there, because he wants ratings. The guy who owns the pharmaceutical company. Later on, you see this octopus coming up, and I'm like, is that the monster they want? I'm like, a fucking giant octopus. And then later on, you see King Kong appear. I'm like, oh shit, it's King Kong! Yes! And King Kong fought the octopus, you know, and the scientist guys, like people. I don't know if they were scientist guys. I think one of them was a scientist, one of them was like, guy that just works there. Well, anyway, let's fast forward. So later on, they was able to. They had native villagers. They put King Kong like to sleep and stuff. And you know, the native villagers in this is funny. It's like Japanese people with blackface. I mean, you seen it all before in all monster movies. You know what you get it. I just thought it was funny, you know. But anyway, when King Kong got knocked out, they put King Kong in this giant rat with the boat, going to transport King Kong to Japan. Meanwhile, you got Godzilla waking up from his iceberg slumber, and he's attacking Japan. And later on, you got King Kong awaking from the raft. Then he's trying to get off the raft, the giant raft that the Japanese people built for him to be transported to Japan. And the Japanese people had to let him go because he was wrecking the boat. He was like making the boat shake, you know. So then King Kong escapes. He goes to Japan. He faces Godzilla one-on-one. He thought this battle was going to be fucking epic, and it ended up being like a joke in the first round battle. And Godzilla was like, brought the fire in his chest, and that's how the first round ended battle. When King Kong was like, I gotta go, you know, I got fire in my chest, it's burning, and and then King Kong runs out pretty much in a way, and starts attacking Japan, you know. There was a part of the story he kidnapped one of the hero's sister. He was on top of a building, and the Japanese army, with the help of the scientists, have to use like the drums, the music in the native place to make King Kong go to sleep, right? So King Kong goes to sleep with the tranquilizers and stuff. He let the go, and then the scientist has an ideal, you know, they want like King Kong and Godzilla to fight again. And if you watch this movie out, that's all you see, like some of the people talking about who you think gonna win, King Kong or Godzilla? King Kong or Godzilla? And this is what this movie was mainly about, was King Kong versus Godzilla. Like the title said, you got the two biggest monsters going at it. You know, like Dracula versus Frankenstein, like Jason versus Freddy. You know, like if you think about it, Jason vs. Freddy, this was the Jason vs. Freddy of its time. You know, this was like if I would choose between the two, I would take King Kong vs. Godzilla. Fuck it, at least it was better. You know, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Jason vs. Freddy, but you know, I'd rather take King Kong vs. Godzilla. It's more of a big bout proportion, you know. But anyway, second round battle. All right, so King Kong is ready now. He's gonna fight Godzilla. He ain't running this time. No. Godzilla blew fire a little bit. Godzilla blew fire, and King Kong was like, he was thinking like, how can I stop this time? He's throwing rocks at Godzilla, and Godzilla's like practically kicking King Kong's ass in round 2. You know, like he did it again. Godzilla's kicking King Kong's ass, but this time King Kong stayed a little longer. He like buried King Kong, hitting the rubble of the rocks, using his tail kicking his ass. There was one time when King Kong was in burial, and King Kong like suddenly got charged up. He woken up. He headed straight for Godzilla. Godzilla kicked King Kong, and King Kong fell all the way down the cliff of the mountain, like I would say, like rolling down. He's getting knocked out by by Godzilla second round. And then round 3 comes when the black cloud, the thunder hits King Kong, and King Kong turning all blue. And then King Kong's like beating up on Godzilla this time. This time, this time, King Kong. I hope I didn't say Godzilla got hit by electricity by mistake. I apologize if I did. But King Kong got hit with electricity, and he's beating up on Godzilla because he got electricity powers this time. Hand buzzer power. He'll charge up. He's beating up on Godzilla, and Godzilla was pretty much like losing. And then later on, Godzilla came back again, winning in a way, in my opinion. And then they got to the corner of the tip of the mountain cliff, and then King Kong and Godzilla start going at it. It comes to a point now we're gonna have the draw. Now it's gonna be like a draw now. But to me, reality is Godzilla won it. I don't care. They want to make both sides happy. That's all it is. But even though Godzilla got more wins than on King Kong in this movie than King Kong got on Godzilla, and well, they were found on the tip of the mountain. They both fell in the water, all turning around, and they want to. That gets the Japanese people. They want to end it with King Kong winning this battle, and then King Kong got up from the water while we did not see Godzilla in the rumble coming out the water. King Kong was just swimming, going back to his island, and then when you see the end credits, it's like you hear Godzilla start roaring, saying that Godzilla's still alive. But I want to see Godzilla come out the water too, and I think to me the movie was like as a kid I still had sense of what the fuck moment, why they make King Kong like this, And then I said to myself, you know what, it is a fun monster movie. That's what it is. I cannot take it seriously. It is King Kong vs. Godzilla, and I'm kind of gonna take it a little personal because I could say to myself, you know what, my friend was telling me one time maybe they should get Peter Jackson. Because imagine, okay, let me phrase a little bit. Sorry. Let's say they do King Kong vs. Godzilla now, they should get Peter Jackson's King Kong to fight Godzilla. And they'll be making Godzilla movies next year, by the way. So who knows, maybe after the remake of this Godzilla, maybe they can do a King Kong vs. Godzilla where you have Peter Jackson's King Kong going up against this Godzilla. And I said to myself, when I think about it, you know what, Godzilla's king of all monsters, man. Nobody cannot fuck with Godzilla. The only reason why Destroyer beat Godzilla because Godzilla time was up, the radiation took effect. That's the only reason why Destroyer was having the winning point so far on Godzilla. But besides that, Godzilla still to me beat Destroyer in a way, I would say. And but I was telling my friend, you know what? King Kong could be a robot like Mecha, like they did in King Kong Escape. King Kong could have bionic powers, like Bionic $6 million man shit powers. King Kong could be supernatural. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? In my opinion, it won't matter because either way, Godzilla still kick King Kong's ass, in my opinion. And that's what I think. But all in all, King Kong vs. Godzilla is an enjoyable movie. It's either you like it or you don't like it. A lot of people will have different opinions on it. I actually went on Wikipedia. I found out that, guess what, of all the Godzilla movies, this was like the highest budget Godzilla, the highest budget successful Godzilla movie out of all of them. And I was surprised, wow, I thought this would be the least budget, in box office, excuse me. But it was the highest box office out of all the franchise. I was shocked. Yeah. So who knows, maybe Hollywood in 2013 and up will take advantage of this moment. Yes, we are gonna have the remake next year from Legendary Pictures. We also the designs of that Godzilla, by the way, it looked good to me. Hopefully, after that remake, like I said, maybe they could bring this back, for today's technology, King Kong vs. Godzilla, or better yet, even better, maybe we could finally have a Gamma vs. Godzilla for once. Anyway, peace, guys. See you later. Wow, close to 10 minutes. I don't think we'll be over 10 minutes for a Godzilla review. And guys, I'll try and see if I can review the rest of the old school Godzilla movies. Again, it's going to take a while because, let me just say, I want to get the Japanese format only. I don't want to review the English formats. I want Japanese formats. And hopefully after that, maybe I can lead up to the 90s version and a little bit of the 2000 version of the Godzilla movie franchise. The 90s version. I only have two of them for the 90s version. And the 2000, I had none of the 2000 versions, but I did sell all of them anyway. So maybe I might own it in my collection, in my hands next time. But you can also check Netflix. You can rent them on Netflix. You can buy them for a cheaper price or get a box set if you want. But anyway, Bye.